Hey guys, Reggae here, Professor Reggae with an AFOTSS the game tutorial. MorphCode. I'm going to teach you guys how to use MorphCode. Before I say anything, this will be easier if you have coding, programming experience. If you don't, then you're gonna suffer. You're gonna slam your head against the table because it's not easy. Okay. Basically, how MorphCode works is it edits specific values inside the data of your morph. So basically, it's like if you were making text files inside your morph and setting their values. The way it works is on a key value pair, where you have key, and that key has a type and value. Yeah, invalid syntax because it doesn't exist, but you have a key, which is the name of what you want to edit. Type is the type of value, so text, number, that kind of stuff, and then the actual value. I think I broke the morph. No, never mind. Okay. There's also a thing in MorphCode which is the triple dot. What the triple dot does is, if you start making values, you have key, type, value, you have these values. Just imagine there were like actual values, not just this. If you had these three dots, then it would take the existing data and add onto it. If there's no dots, then it will just take this and overwrite the data. So if I go in here and I do, let's do our first kind of value, name, which is a string, that's str, and then stupid planet. Wow, I'm stupid planet. One more important thing is this. It has to be at the end of every single line, and also this symbol. You don't need spaces, but it just adds them on because they should be there. So put your spaces there. Okay, let me do this. So with this, the morph data will look something like, let me go, Venus. You have the name. This is basically name str Venus semicolon. This is the same thing. With the triple dots, you have other values, these values, and if you remove the triple dots, then you just have this. This for the morph, and I'm going to show you what that does. So no triple dots. Yeah, nothing, because I go in F9 and there's a fat error here. And now your morph is gone because you reset it. And I see people, before I made this, hopefully, I see people just making code, which I posted in the Planet Ball Network Discord server. I just see them making code with my templates and then not adding the triple dots, and their morph gets reset. fixed it now. Yeah. So if it does happen to you, let me just do. Wow. Yeah. Okay. Oh no, it screwed. Bunch of errors. Just delete it. And it works. Let me just reset this because okay. Yeah, that's annoying. I don't like that. Yeah, let me just teach you the types in MorphCode real quick. So you have the string str hi. Then for stuff like size, which is model scale, you have numbers. Num, let's say like 5 Earth radii in this instance. Yes, you can see I'm big. Then you have booleans, which is either true or false. So let me do glasses bool true. Okay, oh, it's sunglasses. Okay, I'm stupid. Sunglasses. Hey, look at me. I'm sold. Isn't that cool? Isn't that just so cool? Why does this happen? This space. That's a bug. I need to fix that. Yeah, you just shouldn't set the name of this, honestly. So let's just do talk sfx id str. Yeah. You put an ID here. Talk sfx id is the speech. But I don't have an ID. It just doesn't do anything. Let me get this ID. For another Boolean value, you could do. Okay, wait, let me show you what I'm gonna do. If you take Neptune and talk. Oh god, I think I broke the game. Get out, storm. Get out. Yep, he's gone. And rejoin. Dude, I broke the game. Yeah, don't forget the triple dots, or you'll break your server. Apparently. Yeah, let's try that again. Now it should work. Yeah. This is what we're gonna do. That is Aurora speech. Bool true. Yep, you have this and then right, you need the Aurora. I forgot. Yay, would you look at that? Come on! Okay. I guess it just doesn't want to talk. I guess. Okay. The next value is vector 3. So sphere tilt. Like, I think this would be better if I went here and did Jupiter. Yep, you can see my texture is straight, but then I do sphere tilt. That is vector 3, and it has actually 3 values. So let me do 90 degrees, 0, 0. Yep, and now that looks cursed, but I'm rotated 90 degrees. And then you have a RGB value. So for example, let's just say we can do outline color, for example. RGB, also 3 values. Let's make it red. Boom. Now I'm rotated Jupiter from hell. Outline color, yeah, seems good. Let's see what else. Oh, one more thing. String table. I don't even know if this can be used anywhere. Probably not. No, I don't think that can be used. So that's just useless. Okay, so we're gonna skip that one. And then table. A table is basically a collection of items that have a value and a number index, sorry. So it's like, imagine a box with stuff and they're labeled by numbers. That's what a table is. I did say you need some scripting knowledge, some coding, programming knowledge. Yeah, okay. The way you make tables is... Okay, so you would need tables, for example... let's see. Where would you need tables? I don't even know how my own game works. Okay. You would need tables in... Come on. Come on. Work with me. This video is gonna be 50 minutes long because I can't seem to find a use for a table. Right, I know, star effects. I'm just going to show you what that looks like. Copy existing star effects is this shine, this corona, well, these flares, and the corona is it's separate. Look at this glow, that's star effects. Here's back to... Okay, back to this. The way you do this is you need 3 values, which you can do with a table. So go star effects, the type, you remember this, right? Type value of course multiple values. So the type is a table, and the data of the table is actually a single value. So that's the way a table works. Is you have the same thing. You have a type and then its values, but you don't have this key. So for example, you'd have a number, and instead of a comma you do asterisk 1. So this table would be a table of a single item with the index of 1 and the value of 1. When you want to add another item, you do double dots and then do the same thing. Yeah, so now you have a table of 2 items. Index 1 is number 1, index 2 is number 2. And then for star effects, it's a table that needs 3 RGB values. So the same way you would do it here, you do it here, but instead of commas, you do asterisks. So let's say I want a red star hole. This is the first value. Then let's do the second, and then the third. So you have this first value, then these 2 dots separated, the second value, 2 dots, and the third value, and a semicolon at the end. Each one of these RGB values change a specific part of the particle, and yeah, you can see icon. Let me show you what does what. So the first value will be red, the second will be green, and the third will be blue. So okay, this is kind of hard to see with did it even use the... Did I mess this up in the code? No, I didn't. And you don't need this third value, apparently. Okay, so you don't need the third value. I might be slow. Okay, and let me remove the outline. So instead of outline color, outline transparency, number 1. Fuck, no. I don't know where the red is. That's weird. Probably kind of hard to see, I don't know. But it does use the color for something. No idea what, but it does. Okay. Next is the dictionary. So instead of having index value pairs in a table, you have key value pairs. Kind of like here. So you have the key, and then you have the value. So a dictionary is basically this, as a value inside this. So you can use this for Corona dictionary, and then you have to do a key and a value. Both the key and a value have a type. So the template is basically type tilde value equals type tilde value. So this is the key. Wait, this is the key, and this is the value. And then if you want to separate, okay, and now it's syntax. If you want to separate the values in a dictionary, then you would use, let me see, I forgot. Oh yeah, you would just use commas. So you have this, comma, another value, comma. Okay, for the corona, there's 3 values with a string key. First is main, which is an RGB color. As it's here with the asterisk, in this case it's the comma. So let me just make it red. Yep, as the first value. Then let me just copy this. So second value, which is shine 1, and then you have shine 2. Yep, well, as you can see how this looks. It's pretty messy, but I'm not a code developer. I make planet balls and Roblox, so you just have to deal with the syntax being ugly as hell. Yeah. In the past, you used to be able to do this. I think it's still possible, just to clear up the code a little, you know. Yep, it's still possible. You can do this, and it looks normal. But you have to use tab spaces. As you can see, these are tab spaces. If you use normal spaces, invalid syntax, you might fix it in the future. Yeah, you can do the same for tables. Kind of clears it up. Yeah, so this is a dictionary. You have the key, which consists of type, tilde, and the value. Then you have the actual value, which is separated from the key by double equals, and then you have the actual value or values of the value. Wow, I'm saying value a lot. And that's all the types in MorphCode. Jesus! 23 minutes. Oh hell no. You're gonna have a lot of fun watching and learning. And of course there'll still be people asking me if their code is supposed to look like that because it throws invalid syntax. If you need help with MorphCode, DM me on Discord at RealityBreach. This is my Discord. Yes, thank you. Last thing is, what values can you actually use? You'd most likely be using values which you can get through the normal morph editor, which is here. So let me just show you a few. First, emote tint. It's an RGB value, and it does what you would expect. It tints the emotes. Oh, I'm so evil. Oh my god. Stop, I don't want to. Yep, I'm really evil. And then a thing you can do is do makeup, which is a boolean. So my makeup fell off. Okay, okay. Wait, why does it do that? Okay, so this would usually be used for Venus, but it kind of falls off. Good thing I noticed that. I need to write it down. Wow, Storm is DMing me. Okay, I guess we aren't doing makeup. And then... What else? What else? Yeah, as I showed earlier, sunglasses. Let me just... Yeah, by the way, the things you write here, they get saved into the morph. And then when you remove them, that doesn't mean they're removed. They're still in the morph. Just so you know. Yeah, and now I have sunglasses. Next thing is surface tint. Surface tint, which is also an RGB value. Let's make it green. For some reason, I don't know. Oh god, no, I'm awfully green. As I showed earlier, it's also, there's outlaw outline color. Let's make it blue. And also outline transparency number 0.5. Oh yeah, you can also have invisible emotes by doing emote set string, comma, and then just not adding a value and doing semicolon. Just set it to 1, I guess. I think. What? Dude. Okay, I guess it doesn't work anymore. Okay. Okay. I guess, dude. Yeah, oblateness. Oblateness. This exists in the morph editor, but it has a limit. You can do a 0.1 here. What? Oh, my bad. I forgot. Now I'm really flat. Great, right? Great feature, guys. Let me just remove this for a second. There's a lot of things I'm scrolling through existing morph data. You can also do, this has no purpose, time required, number, and then you can do this much. Does nothing, but yeah, why not? What else? I think that's everything, actually. Most special features of morphs are added through functions. Most of the things, like makeup and sunglasses, I just got lazy. Or well, I wanted to use them in ME, so I made them editable like this. Most other special features, for example, on, there has to be something. Oh, no, you can actually get that. Yeah, I guess that's it. Oh, and now I noticed young Neptune doesn't use Aurora. Inside the code. Wait, you can do young Neptune. Yeah, this is old Neptune. Yeah, he doesn't have the speech. Okay. Yeah, I think that's everything. Basically, basically everything. Okay. That was the MorphCode very advanced feature. If you want, let me name it Cool Epic Morph. If you want my Cool Epic Morph, do this. Free morph, I guess. Let me just. You can make this kind of stuff with MorphCode. You can make the poop star. I can't come in here. Yeah, you can do a bunch of stuff with it, basically. Yeah, so this is a goodbye. If you have questions, as I said, DM me on Discord. But I probably won't bother with helping you because I'm busy as well. Yeah. Okay. Goodbye.